I think I think it's a wrong decision. It's a decision which is going to hurt the cause of higher education in Pakistan. They've done a tremendous job over the past few years, and I've seen them grow from the scratch. And there are many foreign students who are studying abroad who are greatly disturbed. I've been a member of the Education Committee in the Senate, and those students are still approaching me today because they're so upset they do not know anything about their future program now. So they've just done it because they were unhappy with the decisions given against the parliamentarians. I'm a parliamentarian myself, and I think it's unfair, unjust. If you read the 18th Amendment, it clearly says that the regulatory authorities will be here at the federal level. This is a regulatory body. So how can they give it to the provinces? This is discrimination, this is victimization, I don't know what to call it. But somebody someday will have to undo this. And there are many other organizations and ministries which have been devolved and which have been wrongly devolved. So I do not fully support the 18th Amendment. I think we were not prepared for it. The provinces are not prepared for it. They do not have the right kind of infrastructure available. They do not have the finances. They do not have the human resource. People in the government service today are so unsure of their future. They do not know what's going to happen to them tomorrow. The low-wage employee, like drivers and peons, they are, so upset because they do not know which is going to be their next destination. Surplus pool. They're getting paid by the government. Government is not saving any money. But this is to score a point which is in bad taste.
But a human right.
It is the right of every girl and boy to attain.
That means 103 scholarship was given to Balsan University, only 3 Balloon students were sent. Gilgit-Baltistan got only 2 PhD scholarship by the HEC. What do you think about this one, being a national party?
I think there is no discrimination at that level.
But these figures say.
The figures, you see, when these scholarships are advertised and nobody wants to, go for it, then somebody else takes the opportunity. The problem with our provinces is that they just cry about discrimination, but they do not see how their people approach various opportunities. You see, this is a very, very competitive world. We can't just give everything away on quota basis. All of us are Pakistanis. So if one person is coming from Punjab and the other is coming from Balochistan, that does not mean that they are in competition. I mean, they should be there on merit, right? We want to bring up the provinces which are, which have been neglected in the past, which have been ignored, which needed more than us in Sindh and Punjab maybe. But that does not mean that the children living in the other provinces should be totally ignored. So this is about equal opportunities and rights of all the people of Pakistan, whether it's a girl or a boy, Sindhi or a Balochi.
But what about means this when this 18th amendment was coming and you all politicians, you know that what's going to have impact on the education, and HEC was also means you all know very well. But what happened to you at that time? You were silent. And once it's done, after lots of discussion, the 18th amendment came, and now all are discussing.
You see, many of us stood up for various reasons on that particular day, and I was one of those parliamentarians. I was there on the floor of the House because I had objections to many other things in the 18th Amendment. We did not know the details till the end because our party representatives who were attending these 18th Amendment meetings always told us that we were on oath and they were not allowed to share any information with their respective parties, which I think is extremely unfair. If they were representing the parties, they should have come back to their particular parties. They should have discussed and thrashed out the 18th Amendment in detail with all of us. Then the suggestions should have gone to various committees. For example, I was heading the Culture and Tourism Committee. I held about 6 committee meetings on this subject alone. My members unanimously passed a resolution that a few departments in culture and a few in tourism should not be devolved. But it still happened. We went to the Prime Minister, we went to the Chairman of the Implementation Commission, we approached everyone under the sky, but we couldn't stop it.
What what's going to happen? Because common person, common student, common professor, they are saying that now till constitution means they change some amendment, then HEC. The story nobody's understanding. What's going to
And now
happen?
they're going to have another body in place of HEC. All,
Confirm.
I mean, this is a joke. It's
But
a
is
joke
going
with
to
the.
happen, whatever it is. But
It's a
how
total
it?
waste of resources.
But
it's-
is it going to happen? But what's going to
It's
happen?
going to happen.
Going to happen.
They're going to have another. I mean, at least this is what is in the offing. We are trying to prevent it from happening, but there are many things that we are protesting about, and they're still happening in this country. So I have my doubts if we'll be able to stop this one.
Will not be able to.
But someday, some government will come and will undo all this. And we will see it happening in front of our eyes. I have no doubt about it, because this is basically a wrong decision.
The role of Supreme Court means that the degree issues and many other issues. Do you think that those were the causes behind it?
Of course, the parliamentarians who had those jali degrees were so upset with the Higher Education Commission, though it was not their fault. They were just asked to verify and they were doing their job. Why put the blame on them? It's unfair. It's totally unfair. And a parliamentarian who has deceived his voters by lying about a certain fact, it may be anything, a degree or his property or a land declaration, whatever. If he lies to his voters, should not be voted back to the office.
But degrees are important because there is a philosophical question behind this one. Degrees are important for the politician because now see, historically there are many people that change the world without degrees. Means like there are many things, but does degree really matter to be politician?
That's what I said, it can be anything. Now, this discussion is about the lie to the constituency. I'm worried about that part here. But the second part is about having a degree or not. That's debatable. I think there are times where degrees don't count and the experience, the knowledge, the exposure of the person counts more than the degrees. This law should not have been implemented in the first place. It was a wrong decision, but it happened. We accepted that. Then the people cheated the nation. We are accepting that. One wrong after the other. All wrongs do not make a right. We need to take a serious view of that. Thank you.